It's time for high school sports on the NCWLIFE channel. Today's broadcast of high school sports on the NCWLIFE channel is presented by Alignment Pros, Automoca, Color FX, Global Car Care, One-Way Construction, and the Windmill Restaurant. NCWLIFE channel's coverage is also brought to you by Charter College and the Walkabout Grill. Now let's go live for all the action for tonight's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE channel.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to Wenatchee, Washington for tonight's encounter between the Sunnyside Grizzlies and your Wenatchee Panthers. Hi again, I'm Sebastian Moraga. Pleasure to have you with us on the first soccer broadcast of the season. And alongside me, as always, is our soccer expert, Matt Wisen. And Matt, without making it to the state title, Wenatchee had a heck of a year last year. They made it to the state tournament, the best year in program's history. Clearly, they're poised to at least try to repeat what they accomplished 12 months ago.
Yeah, they made quite a run last year. Had a great season. Got a lot of momentum coming into this year. A lot of players returning. Gives them belief that they can keep on going, and I see no reason why they can't.
Absolutely. Standing in their way is Sunnyside, a team that's a little bit hard to read, struggled the last couple of years, off to a great start this year. Matt Wisen, what do they bring to the table, these Grizzlies?
Yeah, I wish I knew, actually. You know, it's really hard to tell. They're off to a 2-0 start. They were lucky to score a goal last year, so this year they've scored 9, given up 1, so it's quite the contrast. They've been lower against lower opponents, but I can't really rule that out because lower opponents often play out of their shoes and play really hard, so they could be a great Sunnyside side, or they could be a not so great Sunnyside side.
Lucky start to the Sunnyside season. We're about to find out in just a little bit. When we come back, we have an interview with the head coach of the Panthers, John Springer, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE channel. Don't go away.
For watching sports on the NCWLIFE channel, brought to you by One-Way Construction, premier custom home builders and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services. One-Way Construction, NW.com. The Fireplace Guys, Central Washington's most trusted names in fireplace and barbecue sales, installation, and service, located at 1205 Walnut Street, Wenatchee. TheFireplaceGuy.net. And Beneficial In-Home Care, your compassionate in-home care provider. All the benefits of assisted living while remaining within the comfort of your own home.
Welcome back to Wenatchee, Washington, and standing next to us is the head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers girls soccer team, Coach John Springer. Coach, always a pleasure to see you. And tell me, what group of players do you have in your locker room this year? Do you have a group of players that is just anxious to emulate what the team did last year, or do you have a group of players wanting to write their own story?
I think it's a combination of both. I think, you know, we've got a lot of sophomores in the program this year, and so they were around last year to see the success that we had, and so there's certainly, you know, a precedence has been set, but they're definitely bringing kind of their own flavor to everything, and seem to be gelling well with the seniors that we have. So I'm excited. You know, we've got a nice combination of veterans and youth. You know, like I said, one freshman, several sophomores that are really contributing well. So they're all still trying to figure it out, but yeah, it's exciting.
And the fact that you guys were able to make it deeper than any other team in the history of the program made it before, does that set a roadmap of sorts for the younger members of your squad?
I would like to think so. Yeah. You know, we've been to state for, you know, 5 of this last 6 years, and but finally got over that hurdle of getting past that first round last time. You know, it's a shame we didn't go a little further. I thought that team last year could have competed with everybody. As we know, Central Valley took second last year in state, and we played them toe-to-toe both last year and this year. So, yeah, you know, I think it is definitely a roadmap for the girls to follow.
So, Coach, congratulations again on last year. So, you know, last year's team, I guess, can be characterized as scrappy, maybe as quick to score, creative, and determined.
Yep.
What kind of words are you using to describe this year's team?
Well, I think we're still trying to figure that out, Matt. You know, I think last year's team, they were just savvy vets, really, is what it came down to. They had all been in the trenches for, you know, 3 years and together. this year, they're still trying to figure each other out. I think what I'm excited about is, I'd expect as the season goes on, we'll continue to improve and gel and figure each other out even more. But yeah, let's see. They're definitely poised. I mean, I've seen a lot of poise so far. The moment doesn't seem too big yet. Again, we haven't had any league play. That always changes things. But especially, again, having these young players, they've been comfortable and poised and seem to be fitting in well. So, yeah, I would agree. Last year was scrappy. They went after it. I'd like to see some of the same still from this group, but this group can do it.
So your teams have always had pretty good chemistry. Do you do anything in particular to get that chemistry there? These girls are all like their best friends out there.
Yeah, a lot of that falls on just kind of the tradition of the program over the last 6 years I've been here. That's just they set a tone early on, that original group, and the others have followed. I mean, they hang out at lunch, they hang out all the time together. We do some retreats, we do different things to try and facilitate that, but really it kind of falls on the seniors each year or at least the older girls that we've had each year, whether they be juniors or even sophomores a few years back when we just had freshmen and sophomores and a couple juniors. They've all just kind of made a point of sticking together. They play powder puff football together. They just really make a point of doing everything they can together, which I think ultimately does lend a hand in that chemistry.
Oh, well, great. I'm sure you have something to do with that too. So yeah.
We try.
That was a short interview with the head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers girls soccer team, John Springer. When we come back, we will take you all the way to kickoff on them 40+ minutes of soccer for you. This is NCWLIFE channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl here in Wenatchee, Washington, for this encounter between the Sunnyside Grizzlies and the Wenatchee Panthers. Really quick, let's go to the starting lineups. First, the visiting Grizzlies. Goalkeeper number 0, Morgan Duham. Number 6, Jennifer Mendez. Number 7, Yasmin Fausto. Number 12, Abigail Zavala. Number 13, Vivian Ramos. Number 14, Cristal Albarran. Number 15, Mariah Sainz. Number 16, Ariana Alvarez. Number 18, Chastity Garza. Number 22, Erika Santiago. And number 30, Cameron Rodriguez. The head coach for Sunnyside is Mr. Tim Jeffley. And starting for the Wenatchee Panthers, on goal, number 1, goalkeeper Kate Springer. Number 2, Allie Clark. Number 3, Hallie Steckman. Number 4, Madison Smith. Number 8, Jaden Griggs. Number 9, Emmy Coldy. Number 13, Ellie Toth. Number 14, Greta Jaracki. Number 15, Isabel Pelayo. Number 21, Haley Matthews. And number 22, Olivia Bowman. Head coach for the Panthers is Mr. John Springer. And Matt, an interesting mix in the lineup for Wenatchee. A few veterans mixed in with some youth. It should make for something worth seeing, I would say.
Oh, I'm definitely excited to watch tonight. Great mix between veterans and youth. The veterans showing the young ones how to do it, set the stage, set the expectations. Just leads to great stuff down the road.
Lots of seniors, lots of sophomores, a few one freshman and only one junior mixed in the roster for the Wenatchee Panthers. Let's have a look, if you would humor us, Matt, at the campaign for the Wenatchee Panthers so far.
Yeah, so they went on the road, tough team, Central Valley. I believe they won state last year. If not, they were finalists in state.
Right up there.
Hung right with them. It took a 4-3 loss at Central Valley, so that's respectable, very respectable. Turn around and took it to Cascade 6-1. Cascade last year went deep in state as well, so Cascade, that's a quality win. And then they came and beat Ingram on the road. So they're 2-1, and we'll see what we get tonight.
Looking for more, without a doubt. After this contest, they get on the bus and head to
Davis this Thursday.
That's going to be a good one. And then right after that, the biggest game of the young season so far, Matt Weiser.
Home against Eastmont, Tuesday, September 18th. Definitely, I think everyone's excited for that one. Eastmont's got a lot of high hopes and expectations for this season as well.
Without a doubt. Folks, I want to remind you once again that the Windmill Restaurant of Wenatchee prides itself on being a local legend for 80 years. The Windmill features low-roasted prime rib, highest quality hand-cut steaks, and fresh seafood. Homemade dressings and pies are made daily and are the mainstay of this legendary landmark restaurant. The Windmill has a full bar and an excellent selection of beer and wine from which to choose. Call the Windmill today at 665-9529. That is 665-9529.
I was just there the other night, or actually a couple weeks ago for my anniversary dinner, and
You were?
did not disappoint. I've been going there since I was as young as I can remember.
I am officially jealous.
Yeah.
I am officially jealous. I've only been to the Windmill one time, and I got to tell you, it's the best steak I've had in the 13 years that I've been living in Wenatchee. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll tell you more about this exciting encounter between Grizzlies and Panthers. This is NCWLIFE Channel. Don't go away. We're just about ready to start this contest between Panthers and Grizzlies. And a bit of a different look to the game for us up here at the booth, Matt Weiss. And we have the home fans in front of us as opposed to right next to us. And the benches have also been switched. The home bench is all the way on the other side, on the, well, shall we call it the Saddle Rock side of this field, and the visiting bench is here on the baseball field side of things. Did they give a reason why they did this?
I think they did it last year as well. I just think it's kind of the girls tend to want to play over there, the boys tend to want to play over here. Kind of a deal.
All right.
When you close down one side of the bleachers, it makes more sense for the high school. They don't have to clean up two sets of bleachers at one night, just one.
Makes sense. Makes sense. We're just about ready to start. The Wenatchee Panthers decked entirely in black, with the Sunnyside Grizzlies decked in white tops, red shorts, and white socks. Wenatchee taking care of business from right to left on your screen, ladies and gentlemen. And the Sunnyside Grizzlies trying to do their thing from left to right. The whistle is there, and we are in business here at the Apple Bowl. The quick move upfield, trying to connect with Jaden Griggs. Griggs struggling to control the ball. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for the visiting Sunnyside Grizzlies. We're just getting underway. Thank you for being with us in this lovely, and I do mean lovely, late summer evening here in the Wenatchee Valley. 23 seconds on the clock, and the goal kick for Sunnyside. Morgan Duham trying to connect with Alvarez. That one is Science. Recovered by Griggs. The shot towards the center alley. Scoop back. Good takeaway move by Wenatchee. Switching over. Ball goes out of bounds.
Grizzlies throwing in.
A quick push up field, top of the box. This is interesting. Right foot, and it dances past the upright.
Sunnyside really tentative there. Just they dodged a big bullet there. They're leaving Jaden wide open for that shot, and it's something you don't really want to do if you're Sunnyside.
A quick correction, folks. Must be the first game of the season jitters for me. I called Kate Springer the goalkeeper. She is wearing number 1, but she's not the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper is Haley Matthews. The ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for the Wenatchee Panthers. I like the attitude of the Wenatchee Panthers. I know we're like 100 seconds into the game, but they're going right after this one. They're not speculating at all.
Yeah, they had a lot of success against Sunnyside last year, and I say that lightly because they really torched them twice, and they want to keep that rolling. I think if they get another couple quick goals, they can find success.
It might open the floodgates a little bit. A quick move, pushing the ball upfield. Now backing up slightly for the Wenatchee Panthers. Rescuing it for Sunnyside was Fausto. Taken back once again by the Panthers. There's a whistle on the play. It will be Sunnyside ball, however. Free kick for the Grizzlies. Referee demands that the ball be relocated. And we will have a free kick by Cameron Rodriguez. Ball goes out of bounds. Just a quick reminder, the kickoff is brought to you all season long by Swoboda Photography, creating a custom boutique experience on location or at their studio in Leavenworth. Call 509-888-6654. That is 509-888-6654. Rodriguez. Scoop back by Wenatchee. This could be interesting. A quick move into the box. The right-footed shot bounces off a defender. It was Abigail Zavala sending it to the corner kick. First corner kick of the game for the Panthers.
Corner kick for the Panthers.
3 minutes, 30 seconds into this contest. Third game of the year for Sunnyside. Fourth game of the year for Wenatchee. Here comes the corner kick. Near post, that punched away by the goalkeeper. This could be interesting. They can't quite clear, trying to get from the right side. Defensive maneuver that time by Sunnyside. And it's Gabi Licona, number 19, who's not listed as one of the starters, but we'll add her in. Another push into the box, cleared away by Sunnyside. A bit of a desperation move there. Wenatchee establishing control almost from the start. There's a shot from 20-plus yards out, and it goes wide. It will be a goal kick for Sunnyside. Matt Wise.
Sunnyside's not handling the transition very well when they turn the ball over, and Wenatchee's coming at them. They're just really slow to get their compactness and their defensive shape together. And Wenatchee can see that and really trying to capitalize on that delay.
There's a quick move by Science. Approaching midfield on the left side is Vivian Ramos. Taken back by Wenatchee. Pushed along the stripe. Stegman. Taken back by Sunnyside. This could be interesting. Here's a counter attack by Albarran. First on, however, will be the back line of the Panthers. Pushing the ball upfield this time. And before it heads midfield, it goes out of bounds. Throw in for Sunnyside. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Another throw in for the Grizzlies as we approach the 5-minute 30-second mark here at the Apple Bowl. Defensive maneuver that time by Zavala. Taken back by the Panthers. Good move for Springer. Stegman, right foot, the shot, Stegman! And it kisses the upright, and the second try goes wide. A beautiful opportunity going wasting for the Wenatchee Panthers, Matt Wisen.
That was a great shot. Definitely took the keeper by surprise. I don't think she thought that Stegman had the range that she did, and definitely just missed it by inches there.
Second corner kick of the game, both favoring the home team, the Wenatchee Panthers. And now number 14, Greta Jaracki, will take care of this one. No, she will just scoop it home a quick pass from the corner kick, the shot into the box, and then the delivery, the final delivery goes wide. It bounces off a defender, it looks like. Another corner kick in the offing for the Wenatchee Panthers, this time from the left side of the attack. Will be the third one of the game. 6 minutes 33 into this, the first half of play. Left-footed shot, out of the box, trying to sink it in. Rejected partially by Santiago. Trying again, taking, and the clearing is Fausto. There's Fausto again, Fausto. Marked that time by Ellie Toth. Scooped back right at midfield almost by Coldy. Pushing it upfield, Springer, straight down the middle. Springer leaves one behind, goes for two, cannot quite make it. Trying again is Toth. The turnaround, Toth getting that right foot ready, opening the game up, good move. Anticipation on the right side, but the ball sails past and goes out of bounds.
That was a great look. I was watching the game prior to this, and that ball is being made to the outside of the defender instead of the inside, where the attacker can take that step and cut in towards the goal, and that was done perfectly here.
Goal kick for Sunnyside, 7 minutes 45 seconds. As we have the first substitution of the game, number 2 for Sunnyside has entered the contest. We'll tell you in a second who she is. As we see Wenatchee putting on another attack, must be, gosh, I lost count already. It's been 8 minutes and it's been all Wenatchee this first part of the first half. Ball goes out of bounds. And we'll have a look at the roster that tells us that Genesee Mercado, number 2 for Sunnyside, has entered the contest. There's the quick header by Bowman. Pushed upfield by Sunnyside. Bowman once again. Bowman, nice move. Nudged away and out of bounds by Sunnyside. So 22, I make that number 2, Mercado, is in the game for the Grizzlies. Griggs, scoop back. I don't know if that's onside, but the referee seems to think so on the shot.
I'd like to see that again. I think the referee got caught sleeping there. The AR.
Yeah, I thought that was an offside position, but lucky for the Panthers, that shot went wide. There's the kick. Matthews. Springer. Toth. Stegman. Long ball out of the box. Trying to scoop it was Jaden Griggs. Ball will go out of bounds once again. Let's see what the referee says. It's Sunnyside ball. 9 minutes 40 seconds into this first half of play. Important for Wenatchee is to continue this pressure, in my opinion, Matt Wisen, and not despair if the first goal takes a while in coming.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you push and you push and you push and that goal just does not want to show up, sometimes desperation takes hold. You lose your shape, you lose your formation, and pretty soon you find yourself in a much tougher contest than you initially thought.
Yeah, true. I think they definitely need to keep pressing. Sunnyside hasn't shown me any ability to really put together much of an attack. They're finding some relief just by playing the ball long and trying to go over the top. But so far we've had the speed to deal with that. And so I haven't seen the threat. Wenatchee can keep pressing, keep sending numbers forward, and keep pounding this goal. Eventually that will wear Sunnyside down, and they'll find the net here pretty soon.
Chastity Garza, number 18, has entered the contest. For Sunnyside. Top of the box. A bit of a struggle. Scooped back by Wenatchee. Whistle on the play, however. A foul called against the Panthers, and it will be a free kick for the visiting Grizzlies. Long push up field. Stopped nimbly by Bowman. She treats the ball well, Bowman.
Yeah, she's got a very good touch on that ball and keeps it close, and her vision is impressed me tonight so far.
Panthers throwing in.
Throw-in for the Panthers now. The header by Springer, charged from behind clearly. That's right, as the referee agrees with us. And a free kick, dangerous opportunity for Wenatchee here in the early going of the first half, Matt Wisen.
Perfect spot for a free kick. Just slightly shaded to the keeper's right. Shoot 19 yards out, 20 yards out. You can go directly at goal, or you can try and play one across the front of the goal. A lot of opportunities here. I might just try that keeper and go right at goal. They've got a lot of people in the box, though.
Left-footed shot, and it sails over the crossbar. A good opportunity, however, a good effort. 11:59 on the clock now, and a third substitution coming for the Sunnyside Grizzlies. This time it's number 4, Sylvia Alvarez, entering the contest. So either the referee is tinkering a lot since it's early in the season, or perhaps not happy with what his team is showing so far. The shot across and the stop by the goalkeeper Duham. Good effort that time. The calendar says it's still summer, but judging by the amount of blankets on the Wenatchee bench, folks, this is very much an autumn-like evening here at the Apple Bowl. Lots of long sleeves among the crowd as well.
Fall is in the air for sure.
Without a doubt. 13 minutes on the dot here in the first half. Wenatchee and Sunnyside all knotted up at 0-0. First broadcast of the season. We thank you once again for being with us. At the start of another campaign of girls soccer here in the Wenatchee Valley. A quick run down the left side. A quick touch to the middle. A quick give and go doesn't quite work. The idea was good. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a goal kick for the Sunnyside Grizzlies.
Yeah, idea was good. Next time I'd like to see maybe a player get a little bit more selfish. You're deep in the box. The defense quite hasn't got up to you. Try and turn and rip a shot. They're all good friends out there, though, like I was saying earlier. And sometimes you want to be in the sharing mood.
It is hard, especially at this level, to instill the belief of, go ahead, take your shot. Take your shot. Don't wait for that extra pass. Be a little selfish, like you said. It is a tricky thing to learn. A bit of a collision there. Whistle on the play. Foul called. It will be Sunnyside ball. And that Sunnyside player urging his teammates on to move upward on the pitch, trying to surprise a well-populated back line of Wenatchee. Doesn't quite work. Wenatchee on the counter really quick. There's Springer. Springer opening the game up on the right side. The shot across will go out of bounds, and it will be a goal kick for Sunnyside. 14 minutes, 41 seconds. And this is the first half of play, and it's Wenatchee and Sunnyside tied at 0-0. Today's broadcast is sponsored by the Alignment Pros and Express Lube. Keep your car in top shape at Alignment Pros and Express Lube, including front and four-wheel alignment. Online at alignpros.com or at 182 Eastmont Avenue in East Wenatchee. 15 minutes, 9 seconds. We're going to have another goal kick for Sunnyside. The goalkeeper for Sunnyside having a very, very busy evening here in the Wenatchee Valley.
Wenatchee's running kind of a little less used formation, and it's really bunching the middle up quite a bit. They've got 6 in the middle, so they're kind of running a 3-6-1 formation, kind of. So you got kind of a box in the middle. It gives them lots of ability to change things up, but that middle, Sunnyside just lost all ability to play through that middle because it's so congested. And so far it's pretty effective, and it's still giving Wenatchee opportunities going forward.
Hennessy Rodriguez enters the contest for Sunnyside, as does Science, returning for her second stint on the pitch tonight. 16 minutes, 9 seconds on the clock so far, and we have a throw-in for Wenatchee. Wenatchee looking for that first tally of the evening. A quick move into the box. Rejected. Take him back. The shot across. Who's going to sink it in? And it dances in front of the 6. Trying again for Wenatchee is Bowman. Rejected partially. Recovered by Coldy. Coldy switching flanks now for Jericho. Jericho pushing the ball upfield even farther towards the line. Toth. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw in for the Panthers. Springer with a bit of room. Springer. Collision with Maria Science. Still battling, the Panthers are. Down the flank we go. Nice move, leaving 2 behind. The shot into the box. Heads over the crossbar. My goodness.
Yeah, Jaden came off this left side and switched to the right, and kind of threw that defense a little bit for a loop in her athleticism. She got around and made a beautiful cross the middle. I thought we were going to see a tally there.
Yeah, it was a very impressive move how she snuck between the two markers and delivered that cross shot. 17 minutes 31 seconds into this first half of play. The goal kick bounces off a Wenatchee player, and here comes Wenatchee once again, cleared away with more urgency than style by number 12, Abigail Zavala.
Yeah, that was that transition thing I was talking about. You need to get out wide immediately, and that player wasn't even kind of running wide, but again, the player with the ball wasn't looking for anybody either. She just kind of kicked to the sideline, hoping someone was there.
Alvarez recovered by Bowman, pushing the ball upfield for Jaden Griggs. Whistle on the play, foul called. No, it will be just a throw-in. Cameron Rodriguez. Saenz. Santiago. Saenz. Recovered by the Panthers. Across midfield we go. Springer looking to connect with Jaden Griggs, interrupted by Cameron Rodriguez. There's Wenatchee once again into the box we go, and the clearing, and last second clearing by Abigail Zavala prevents the scoring of the first tally for Wenatchee. Free kick, make that a corner kick. 18 minutes 55 seconds
Corner kick for the Panthers.
into this first half of play. There's the kick, far post. By my count, that's the fourth corner kick of the game for Wenatchee, if not the fifth. Into the box we go. Jaden Griggs. Trying again as Ellie Toth. Griggs, nice move, left foot, the shot, and the stop by Doom. The Sunnyside goalkeeper responded quite nimbly to that shot. Trying again is Wenatchee. Toth. Stegman. Recovered by Albarran. The through ball looking to connect with Vivian Ramos. First on it on the back line of Wenatchee is Stegman. The quick touch upfield for Jareki. Way upfield now into Sunnyside territory. Good maneuver. Down the flank we go. Charge from behind, whistle on the play, and this should be a card in my opinion.
Yeah.
This should be a card in my opinion. There was no intention to play the ball, but no, instead it's just a lecture and a substitution coming up. Number 16, Ariana Alvarez will get some more playing time for Sunnyside.
Yeah, I agree with that. That was the yellow card in anybody's book. You're not doing them a favor. Just give them a card. Let them learn.
There's the substitution for Sunnyside. Number 4, Alvarez taking a rest. (20 minutes 47 seconds). There's the free kick. Top of the box. Stopped right at the 18. The quick turn to the right. Trying again, this time inside the box. The good picking that time. Making some room. The shot and the stop by Dooms. A beautiful shot by Toth, right-footed to the left of the goalkeeper, and Doom responding admirably once again. Clearly the MVP of this team so far, Matt Wisen, is that lady in the teal jersey.
She's made some excellent stops tonight.
Quick run down the
kept her
flank.
team in this game.
Clark, the turn, the shot. Go, 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 go! Goal! Wenatchee Panthers 1-0 for the home team against Sunnyside. 21 minutes 35 seconds into this one, and just when we're singing the praises of the goalkeeper, she is beaten, and thoroughly beaten. She had no chance after that strike by Jaden Griggs. Matt Wisen.
Yeah, you can't. Like I was saying earlier, those three backs were giving her 3-4 yards and a shot, and you can't do that. So yeah, Jaden put it away beautifully.
And now we have number 1, that's Daisy Zuniga, starting, getting some playing time here. We're back in action now. Sunnyside and Wenatchee here at the Apple Bowl, with Jaden Griggs putting Wenatchee ahead 1-0. There is Zuniga on the throw-in. Alvarez, personal maneuver, leaving 2 behind, trying for 3, cannot quite make it. There's a counter attack in the making for Wenatchee. Off to the races we go. Ball remains in bounds. Referee determining that just counts as a throw-in, and it will be number 2 for Sunnyside. Genesee Mercado putting the ball back in action. Assistant referee did not like that throw-in, said that
Lifted the heel.
lifted a heel, that's right. So Genesee Mercado is also on the pitch for Sunnyside, number 2.
Got a new player coming back on, it looks like.
It looks like number 11 for Sunnyside. That will be Brianna Granados.
I think Amanda Schneider might have just come on for Wenatchee.
Schneider?
I believe so.
That would be number 17 for the Panthers. Make note of that. Thank you, Matt.
I think that's her. My eyes, those numbers are really hard to
They're
pick up from way up there.
horrendously tough to read. They're really, really thick. And a quick move down the left side, and it sails over the crossbar. For some reason, they're really thick numbers on a black background. It just...
The inside of the numbers are the same color as the jersey, so it's just outlined, and you get the right, the wrong reflection off
The 3 looks like a 5, the 5 looks like an 8, the 8 looks like a 6.
I think that 7 is a 7 and not a 1 for Amanda Schneider.
We'll soldier on, folks. Don't worry. 24-42. We're not going to start going, that girl gives it to that girl and that girl gives it to the other girl. We're not going to do that. I promise. At least in the first half. 24 minutes, 53 seconds into this contest. And Wenatchee leading Sunnyside by 1-0. Oh, leg up. Referee says that was a listed maneuver. I'm going to have to say I disagree, but play continues. A quick move by Greta Jaricki. Touch to the right, back to the back line of Wenatchee. The quick ball into the box we go. And that ball will go out of bounds. Referee says corner kick. Assistant referee agrees and will make a note of it. It's at least the 6th corner kick of the game for Wenatchee. Folks, Automoca. What's your Automoca emergency? Visit one of their 6 locations in the valley, including the one and only Automoca with inside seating on 5th Street across from Wenatchee Valley College.
Pumpkin flavors are out now, so I'm psyched about that.
It's definitely fall, folks. Have you ever tried the Papa's Murph?
No, I have not.
It's it's a nickname for the Italian soda, the raspberry Italian soda. The shot into the one, it sails and it touches the crossbar. That deserves so much better, folks. That deserves so much better. That was a 2-0 right there.
Yeah, that was a. I think she wants that one back because she was a rocket. Just got under it just a little bit too much.
Chastity Garza returns to the pitch, replacing number 2 Mercado for Sunnyside. So a busy bench tonight for the Grizzlies. 26 minutes, 34 seconds. Quick move down the flank. A bit too long, the delivery by Jaricki. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Sunnyside throwing. 26 minutes, 52. Quick shot into the box. Interrupted by Zavala. Cleared away with more urgency than style by the back line of Sunnyside. Now, I I don't pretend to know. A quick move into the box. We'll tell you more in a second. Trying to rescue it is Zavala, struggling mightily. Wenatchee with the shot across. Zavala once again. Now this time a chipper into the box. This could be interesting. It bounced around. It's in the mixer. What'd you say, Matt?
I believe he missed a handball in the box.
It looked like it. Yep. Ball will go out of bounds. See what the referee says. The referee says substitution for Wenatchee. And it looks like number 14 for the Panthers will take a seat. That will be Greta Jaracki. We'll tell you in a second who replaces her. There's the throw-in for Wenatchee. Griggs. Bowman. Smith. Shot across. Smith! What a shot! What a shot. There was some complicity by the goalkeeper, but it was a lovely, lovely effort, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, she lasered that thing right in there. That was a really challenging ball for the keeper to play, and it was bending in. The keeper did all she could do.
All she could do. Yeah. All she could do. It's 2-0 Wenatchee. However, a beautiful shot by Madison Smith. 28 minutes, 45 seconds into this one, and this one, not a blowout yet, but I wouldn't be surprised if that's what we end up seeing, Matt Wisen, because the goalkeeper for Wenatchee has been one spectator more this evening. She has not touched the ball once.
I think she touched it once on a pass back.
I was going to say, not once in an offensive, like as a response to an offensive maneuver. That's basically it.
Definitely have not had to make a save, that's for sure. Wenatchee's starting to find some rhythm, find some confidence moving forward. They need to keep going and not just start banging it and going after the goal. They still have a game plan to follow. They're starting to lose some purpose a little bit, is what I'm saying. I mean, I know they're scoring some goals, but passing the ball around, what are they looking for? What they're trying to, they need to kind of exploit some weaknesses, and some of the passes right now, to me, seem like they're predictable, they're routine. They're not creative, and they're not really trying to pick the weak player out or the open space out or create that open space or create those one-on-ones, and that's the purpose I was talking about.
So what you're saying, and please correct me if I'm wrong, is that perhaps playing an opponent like Sunnyside that has shown so little in the area of attacking has caused them to lose their focus a little bit, like to have a little more intention behind the passes instead of just moving the ball around?
It can.
Okay.
You see our teammates scoring. You see some of the goals, like that one. You kind of want to get in on it too.
Okay.
And so you might not make that run, or be a little more selfish when you shouldn't be as selfish. Things like that. Okay. They're playing great. I'm just trying to find something to get nitpicky here. So I'd like to just see the ball moved around a little bit more in the attacking third in the middle, and draw some players out and then feed the ball in the middle instead of just doing the same thing, putting the ball in the corner and looking for a cross.
30 minutes, make that 31 minutes. And we have a free kick for Wenatchee here in the Apple Bowl. 2-0 lead for the Panthers over the Grizzlies of Sunnyside. Left-footed shot. Sails over the crossbar, not a major worry for the goalkeeper of the Grizzlies. Folks, Color Effects, offering screen printing, embroidery, digital printing, and logo design for your team, school, business, or church at a fair price. Locally owned for over 20 years. Call Color Effects at 509-741-7609. My son loves that place. Absolutely loves that place. It's like cashmere gear, as far as your eye can see, as far as he's concerned. There are many other teams too, but he's a Cashmere kid. He just loves going to that place. Absolutely loves it. And he's not shy about it too. He gets behind the counter, tries to help Kevin out. He's like, get over here. You're supposed to be on this side.
Put him to work.
A quick move move down the flank that time for Wenatchee. Opportunity for the Panthers. Ball goes out of bounds. The run was by Ms. Yareli Sanchez Blanco, number 5. And a throw-in for the Panthers. Right-footed shot, a bit more optimistic than accurate. 32:43 on the clock. We're approaching halftime here at the Apple Bowl, just a handful of minutes away. A quick look at the score tells us that Jaden Griggs made this a 1-0 contest in the 22nd minute, and Madison Smith made it a 2-0 contest 7 minutes after that. Kick upfield, connecting with Vivian Ramos. Can't quite catch up to it. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be Wenatchee ball. 33 minutes, 22 seconds. A bit of a battle there. Ball goes out of bounds once again. Throwing for Wenatchee. Quick move down the center alley. The turn, connecting with Bowman. Pushing it upfield, good maneuver, whistle on the play. However, let's see what the referee calls it. A foul. Did you see anything illicit in that maneuver, Matt Wisen? I certainly did not.
I probably just clipped her. He's called a pretty soft game tonight, if you will. Not a whole lot behind these fouls, but yeah.
33:59 on the clock. Number 3 for the Wenatchee Panthers, Haley Steckman, getting ready for this kick.
The referee has been pretty consistent, though, in the calls, and I guess that's what you want most.
There's Stegman, the shot. A couple of bounces there, and not a major problem for the goalkeeper to him.
Oh, good shot, though, getting it down over that first person and taking a short hop in front of the keeper. Sometimes those can be a little difficult to
Very
to
tricky,
manage.
yep. Very tricky to handle. Quick push upfield. Behind the defenders shows Cristal Albarran. Rejected by Wenatchee, recovered by Sunnyside. There's the ball for Albarran once again. Trying again is Alvarez. Alvarez. A bit of a carousel there. Recovered by Wenatchee. This could be interesting. That player needs to stay on side, and she does. A quick run down the flank for Wenatchee. Sanchez Blanco, the shot across. Right at the D, getting that left foot ready. There it is! Oh my goodness, that looked promising, Matt Wisen. That looked very, very promising.
Little top spin. She had her knee over that ball and came off like it was going to dip a little harder than it did, but it was coming.
2 substitutions for Sunnyside, number 15 and I believe number 18. We'll tell you in a second who they are. 15 is Mariah Sainz, 18 is Chastity Garza. No, it's number 19, I stand corrected, is Gabi Licona, number 19. There's the kick. Stopped by Wenatchee by a whistle on the play. My goodness, what happened there?
I don't know what. I mean, it was a foul. He was going to let it play, which is out of character because he's been right on his whistle, and that was a pretty hard foul right off the bat. So,
yeah. Free kick for Wenatchee, 36 minutes, 6 seconds. Taking care of this one is Bowman. Top of the box. And the maneuver by the defender sends the ball to a corner kick yet again. That was number 12, Abigail Zavala, sending the ball to the corner.
Now, I'd like to see the far post runners. A couple of them hold. They're getting in a little deep on these crosses, and they've had several missed opportunities because of that. The ball's going right over their head. So if we can just keep one parked, maybe on the corner of the 18 and run in on it after it's been kicked.
36 minutes, 46 seconds. Far post, header, and Miss Springer regrets that one a little bit. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a goal kick for Sunnyside. 37 minutes into this first half of play. Wenatchee ahead of Sunnyside 2-0. Global Car Care, quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue in Wenatchee. Quick run, nicely done. Into the box we go. Trying to sneak past a slew of defenders there. Ball's rejected. Good turn. Stegman. Recovered by Sunnyside. Once again, getting that right foot ready. There's the shot! And it's slapped away by Ms. Duham, who's had, despite the 2 goals, a sterling afternoon. I make that evening here at the Apple Bowl. The shot that time by number 17, Schneider, and Duham with the save. And now the corner kick, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, so they're just letting that shooter turn and look at goal and not really getting in goal side on that shooter as quick as they need to. That Wenatchee's had several looks at the goal like that tonight. Wenatchee lined up really far out tonight for this kick here.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players.
They're just trying to draw some Sunnyside defenders out of the box to maybe hopefully sneak in behind them.
There's the whistle. Clock has stopped at 38. Rejected by Signs. Schneider. Smith. Shot across and Duham with the stop. Solid effort by Duham once again. Kicked upfield. Rejected by the Panthers. Number 16, Maggie Miller is there. Pushed upfield by Sunnyside. Off to the races we go.
Oh, there's a foul.
I know, a charge from behind by number 14, Cristal Albarran. Referee calls no foul. Play continues. Ball goes out of bounds. Throw-in for Sunnyside. Santiago taken back by Springer. Along the flank we go on the right side. Marking by Pelayo. Shot across. Let's see. This could be interesting. And misfired on the second try. Oh my goodness. And Miss Duham, the ball almost sneaks between her legs, but she's able to contain before it goes in. That was the 3rd goal of the game. And that was the last play of the first half. So we will take a quick break here with Wenatchee ahead of Sunnyside by 2-0. This is NCWLIFE channel. Don't go away.
For watching sports on the NCWLIFE channel, brought to you by One Way Construction, premier custom home builders and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services. OneWayConstructionNW.com. The Fireplace Guys, Central Washington's most trusted names in fireplace and barbecue sales, installation, and service, located at 1205 Walnut Street, Wenatchee. TheFireplaceGuy.net. And Beneficial In-Home Care, your compassionate in-home care provider. All the benefits of assisted living while remaining within the comfort of your own home.
To the Apple Bowl. About 20 seconds ago, the second half started under a beautiful moon here in Wenatchee. We have the Wenatchee Panthers taking care of business from left to right on your screen, ladies and gentlemen, while Sunnyside doing their thing from right to left. Whistle on the play, a little push on the back. It will be a free kick for Wenatchee right away. 41 minutes, 7 seconds. The kickoff, as always, brought to you by Swoboda Photography, creating a custom boutique experience on location or at their studio in Leavenworth. Call 509-888-6654. That is 509-888-6654. The shot cleared away. Tried again from the top of the box, and Miss Duham right back where she left off, keeping the Sunnyside Ranch from completely catching on fire.
Boy, Wenatchee has a Kenny Ortega back in goal for the second half.
All right. A quick shot, and there's Ortega Does that count as a save, Matt Wisen?
Probably not.
That's what I thought. There's Ortega. After a first half in which the goalkeeper Matthews had a very leisurely time of it. Let's see what the second half brings for both squads. Throw-in for Wenatchee. Smith. Rejected and sent out of bounds by number 12 for Sunnyside, Zavala. Zavala struggles a little bit with the ball at her feet, just a little bit. She has done that at least 3 or 4 times today. She gets it, turns, looks for the sideline, boom.
Yeah, I was just seeing that, and some of that's a symptom of her own team not giving her support quick enough. And some of it is just confidence. Just play the ball out, live to see another day. Definitely, if they want a chance to stay in this game, she's going to need to find somebody to retain possession and build out of the back.
Garza gets fouled, and it will be a free kick for Sunnyside. Taking care of it will be Granados. Recovered by Wenatchee. The shot from 30 plus, and Miss Dwims sees it danced by her. 43-33 in this contest. Just past the 3.5 minute mark. Goal kick for Sunnyside. Trying again for the Grizzlies. Stopped by Springer. Right-footed touch. The quick give and go with Miller. Rejected near the 18. Ali Clark. Pushing it upfield for Sunnyside is Ramos. Springer fighting it out. Quick move upfield by Bowman. Flag is up. There's an offside call, it looks like. Yep, offside call, and will be Sunnyside ball here as we approach the 5-minute mark of this second half. Quick run down the left flank, shading right. The quick touch for Springer. Springer, triangulation doesn't quite work. Springer scooping it back, trying to get past one, does, trying to go for two, does not. Miller. Alvarez. Hennessy Rodriguez. Pushed upfield for Sunnyside. Stopped at near the midfield line by Clark. Another push upfield for Sunnyside. Bit of a collision there. Whistle on the play. Foul called. I don't know about that one.
I disagree with that one.
Me too.
The attacker was leaning on our defender hard, and when our defender moved out of the way, she just went down the deck.
Substitution coming for Sunnyside. Number 15 for the Grizzlies, Mariah Saenz enters the contest, replacing number 18, Chastity Garza. 45 minutes, 32 seconds into this one. There's the kick, right-footed. Kenya Ortega, not a major problem for the goalkeeper for Wenatchee. Folks, just a reminder, the Windmill restaurant in Wenatchee prides itself on being a local legend for 80 years. The Windmill features slow roasted prime rib, highest quality hand-cut steaks, and fresh seafood. Homemade dressings and pies are made daily and are the mainstay of this legendary landmark restaurant. The Windmill has a full bar and an excellent selection of beer and wine from which to choose. Call the Windmill today at 665-9529. Corner kick coming, first corner kick of the second half, and surprise, surprise, it belongs to the Wenatchee Panthers. Left-footed shot, bit of a bounce there, and do it with a bit of trouble, and finally controls it. No, bounces off of her and goes out of bounds.
Another corner here. Yeah, that was sketchy, a little shaky there on that ball by the keeper, and I think she got a little lucky.
Corner kick, 46 minutes, 40, make that 55 seconds. Left footed shot, switching flanks, dancing in front of the box. Touch to the back, trying to connect, perhaps with Coley. Instead is Ali Clark and ultimately Ortega. There's Coley. Clark. Push up field now, approaching midfield. Nice job. Stegman. Right foot, good turn. Good possession. Springer. Miller.
Yeah, really good possession right now.
Jarecki.
Good job moving the ball around, finding the open person.
Off to the races we go with Bowman, it looks like. Top of the box, into the box we go. Shot across, and it dances in front of everybody. Ball goes out of bounds. You were saying, Matt?
I was saying, yeah, it'll be a throw-in, actually. I was saying good job by Wenatchee there, keeping possession, but moving the ball, spreading the field, being patient. Yeah, much better movement than I've seen.
Yeah. Coldy into the box, and Miss Dewham will just let it sail by. 48-25 on the clock, approaching the 9-minute mark here in the second half. Substitution coming for Sunnyside. It is number 6 for the Grizzlies, Jennifer Mendez. Number 6, we'll make a note of that. Sunnyside, Washington. Have you ever been to Sunnyside?
It wasn't my destination. I've been around and maybe through. I might have eaten something there once in a while, but
I've been to Sunnyside once. I had a job interview there way back when. This is an interesting fact. Sunnyside is the home of NASA, actually the hometown of NASA astronaut Bonnie Dunbar. Right footed shot, rejected. Quick move, nice touch there. Bit of a Rabona touch there. Rejected quickly by Springer, however. Into the box goes Miller, and the stop by Dewham. One of the things that impressed me about Sunnyside is that every once and then the town gets filled with this aroma from all the dairy farms. You can imagine what that aroma is. No, not that aroma. The shot rejected at the inside the box. And once talking to a lady from Sunnyside, she said, "We people from Sunnyside call that the smell of money." Because that means the dairy farms are working. Play on, says the referee. They're working and they're busy. Stopped at the 18. Trying to make something happen was Vivian Ramos. Clark on the stop. Bowman. Leaving one behind. Marking by Mendez. Pushing further upfield for Wenatchee. Taken back by Sunnyside. Scooped back by Springer. This could be interesting. Approaching the box. The shot! And it dances past the very relieved eyes of Miss Dewham.
He's just daring her to shoot. And, yeah, that was quite a shot. I thought she was going to find that net.
A substitution coming our way for, looks like both teams. Yep, both teams with some players up, but it looks like Sunnyside will have a substitution first once they get the attention of the referee, and they do. It's number 18 for Sunnyside, re-entering the contest, Chastity Garza. 51 minutes, 33 seconds, and a couple of players from Wenatchee now moving on to the playing surface. There's a quick move. Madison Smith, left foot, Smith, over the crossbar. 51 minutes, 57 seconds into this contest. Wenatchee and Sunnyside with the Panthers ahead 2-0. Folks, One Way Construction, premier custom home builders and construction company for North Central Washington, including general contracting, framing, concrete, and consulting services. Visit us online at onewayconstructionnw.com. A quick header. Stegman. Toth. Quick move down the flank. This could be interesting. Coldy switching flanks nimbly. Over to chase it is Springer. Springer getting that left foot ready. Chipper bounces off a defender. Chasing it now. Once again, Springer into the box. Cleared away by Granados. Flag is up. Let's see what the referee calls that. Handball. Handball. It should be Sunnyside ball, and it is. Sunnyside not able to surprise a well-populated back line of Sunny. Whistle on the play. We'll see what the referee says.
The ball wasn't set.
The ball was not set. 53 minutes, 13 seconds into this one. And the best intentions of Sunnyside seem to die 30-40 yards from the goal defended by Kenny Ortega. They're trying a little bit more to bring some danger, but they still have not renounced that one-page playbook they brought from Yakima County. The long ball over the head of everybody.
Mm-hmm. That's kind of been their only hope tonight, and Wenatchee has dealt with it more than adequately. Wenatchee's back line, though, I'm impressed by them tonight. The defenders are shifting and they're communicating very well. They're bringing pressure off the back, up from the back, and they're covering for each other. So that's really lent to Wenatchee's ability to go forward.
Emmy Coldy called with the foul. And now a bit of a quick talking to between the referee and Sunnyside's Albarran. Referee telling everybody, Albarran in particular, and number 13 for Wenatchee Toth, certain things that are on his mind. And now we're going to have a substitution. Number 9 for Sunnyside, that would be Ms. Jennifer Castillo. Jennifer Castillo. At the very least, the 7th sub that Sunnyside has used tonight. Quick move. Shot by Rodriguez. Push further upfield. Ortega. And she controls the ball before Albarran can connect. 55 minutes, 28 seconds into this one. We're approaching the end of the first half of the second half. Albarran. The nice heel touch. Alvarez. Whistle on the play. Let's see what the referee calls this. This is an offside. 55-55 on the clock. Indirect free kick for Wenatchee.
Substitution coming on for Wenatchee here. Looks like two players.
Two players, that's right. Thank you, Matt. We'll tell you in a second who they are. As we see, number 2 for Sunnyside, Mercado, returned to the pitch. Folks, the Windmill, a time-tested restaurant providing traditional steakhouse meals in a homey, old-fashioned dining room. Open 7 days a week, 4:30 to 9 p.m. Call 509-665-9529.
Sounds good. We should have NCWLIFE cater our next.
That should be fantastic. I think they ought to do that.
Our next match we do on Thursday night, I believe, at Eastmont. Is that correct?
I believe so. Yes. Quick move into the box we go. A couple of bounces that can't be quite cleared away. And that touch that bounces off Schneider, ball goes out of bounds. It should be a throw-in for Sunnyside.
Grizzlies throwing in.
Speaking of Eastmont, last I checked, they were tied 0-0 at West Valley at halftime.
Which was Valley?
West Valley Yakima.
All right. On the move now, Sunnyside down the left flank. Albarran trying to connect with Ramos. First on it. And defensive labor, Sanchez. And
A little bit of a mistake there,
Yeah.
I believe, by the keeper. Came in right at the ball carrier, ball dribbler, and didn't give the offense a chance. Didn't give the space needed from the defender who was closing to really make that pass viable. And so that's why we see the ball cleared out of bounds there.
Yeah.
If Kenya would have held some distance and given that drop, maybe 10 yards, she could have had time to deal with the ball at that point.
it gives an unnecessary sense of urgency to that play that could have been costly.
Yep.
A quick touch by Wenatchee. Bit of a mixer there near the midfield. Recovered by the center back for the Panthers.
A little more sense of urgency than we've seen from Sunnyside all night. Now they're getting numbers for it, but this is what happens.
This
when
could be
you start
interesting.
pressing.
Sorry, Matt. Enters the box. Good maneuver. A good mano a mano there. And it bounces off the defender Castillo. Go ahead, Matt, please.
I was going to say Sunnyside is sending more players forward than we've seen them do all night. But what that does on the defensive side is it gets them stretched, and when Wenatchee gets the ball, they would really appreciate Sunnyside being a little more stretched out so they can really take advantage of the fewer numbers and the more space to work with.
Ball goes out of bounds. We are approaching the 60-minute mark here at the Apple Bowl. Sunnyside at Wenatchee, with Wenatchee leading 2-0. If this result holds, Wenatchee would collect its third win of the season
Third win.
to 1 loss, and Sunnyside would collect its first loss of this nascent 2018 campaign. Quick move down the flank for Wenatchee. Let's see what happens here. Right-footed, my tongue is not up to mid-season form right now, ladies and gentlemen. You guys have to understand that. What I wanted to say was a left-footed shot, and my brain said right, and what came out was just a beauty, a poem is what it was. 59 minutes, 59 seconds. Push upfield, ball goes out of bounds. And it should be Sunnyside ball. Let's see what the referee says. He says substitution before anything else happens. It's number 17, Macy Sanchez.
I think Wenatchee just needs to settle down a little bit, find that passing rhythm that they had a few minutes ago. They don't need to counterattack or go long on these things. Keep Sunnyside chasing the ball and keep stretching them out, and they'll find their way through.
If you're John Springer, what do you think needs to be corrected number 1 on the task list before the next game against Davis?
At times, the middle four have drifted from the middle and have given Sunnyside some opportunity to
Quick
possess
run
the ball.
down the middle, down the flank. I'm sorry, shot across. I'm sorry, Matt, for interrupting. A quick give and go now. And now it gets solved by the back line of Sunnyside. Trying again is Wenatchee.
Keep that middle more connected to the middle of the field. Work through them a little bit more.
Handball has been called.
And then just little tiny things, cleaning things up. The crosses, the back post runners, not all coming in too deep. Having a couple of them hang out a little deeper, or a little less deep, if you will, back towards the back corner or the corner of the 18.
And what have you liked? If you're John Springer, what have you liked about the game tonight? So far, I like the quickness of Wenatchee. I like the way, like you said earlier, how the back line and the middle seem to be working well together. There doesn't seem to be any gaps that the players had to solve in order to connect with those forwards. They know that there's a, for lack of a better word, a pipeline between the first third and the last third of the field.
Yeah, they're working very well together, and the back line especially has been very solid tonight. I haven't seen a whole lot of weakness on that back.
I agree.
Attacking wise, when they are in possession, here I go again. I'm not meaning to sound negative, but this is a new formation for Wenatchee, and they are trying to work out how to attack with just a single striker, a single number 9, and she's a target 9, so she's not really playing the through ball. You're trying to find her feet, and she's supposed to hold the ball up and play through the middle, back through the middle, and off to the wings.
Yeah.
How deep? At times, it looks a little confused. She's not maybe sitting deep enough and pushing that back line back far enough.
Let's look at this counter-attack, because there goes Schneider. Helping out on her left side is Sanchez. Schneider enters into the box, still battling with it. Schneider, good maneuver. Good battle by Schneider, overcome ultimately by 2 defenders, but here comes Wenatchee once again. There's Springer, kind of lost sight of the ball there for a second. Now she gets it back. Pushed down the flank by Jaden Griggs. Shot into the box. Schneider, and then sails wide. Let's see what the referee says. He says goal kick for Sunnyside.
But overall, I mean, I'm not too concerned. I'm pretty happy if I'm John Springer. This team hasn't really skipped a beat very much from last year's team. They're looking very, very solid. 9 minutes left in the second half for Eastmont. They're up 1-0 at West Valley.
All right. Kudos to Eastmont, and we'll see them on September 13th. Eisenhower at Eastmont with Eric Granstrom and our friend here, Matt Wisen, on the call. 7 p.m. here on NCWLIFE channel. Then September 14th, Ellensburg at Eastmont with Eric Granstrom and Grant Olson on the call. I would dare say that's a football game, not a soccer game, given that it's Friday night.
Football game, correct.
All right. And then September 18.
It's American football. Not a real football. Sorry, football fans.
Yeah, you do not want to get into that one. No. I've had that argument many times. I cannot say I've won once, even though I still think you're right. September 18th, 7 p.m., Eastmont at Wenatchee Girls Soccer with Matt Wisen and yours truly on the call. Then September 20th, Davis at Wenatchee Volleyball with Eric Granstrom and Leanne Branham. And then Tuesday, September 25th, Wenatchee at Eastmont Volleyball with Eric Granstrom and Leanne Branham on the call as well. So plenty of top-notch sports coming your way here on NCWLIFE channel in the upcoming days. You will not want to miss any of it. 65 minutes, 17 seconds. Another substitution for Sunnyside. This time it's number 11 Granados returning to the pitch. This game needs a third goal to just put Sunnyside out of its misery, and there might be it, and it sails wide. My goodness, that would be Miss Schneider. It looks like number 17 with a nimble, nice little touch off her left foot.
Just opened up a little bit too much on those hips.
That's right.
And that ball just went wide on it. Other than that, it was looking like it was going to draw that corner net.
Yep. 65 minutes, 55 seconds. A substitution has happened for Wenatchee just a couple of seconds ago. This broadcast is also brought to you by Charter College. We'll tell you more about Charter College in a second, because there is once again Ms. Doohan putting the fire out for her rather flaccid defensive line at times, Matt Wisen.
Yeah, they've been under attack tonight and haven't always kept much composure, and just kind of happy to get a foot on it and kick it out of bounds.
Absolutely. Charter types find solutions. Are you a charter type? They work to get you to work. Call Charter College at 509-415-3576. Substitution coming for Sunnyside. How many times have we had to say this tonight, Matt Wisen?
Quite a bit. I think the coach might be searching for something's the right answer.
Tinkering, without a doubt.
Yeah. Wenatchee's happy to take this little delay in the game. The ball's on the far side in the corner on the pitch, and I don't think they start until that ball's cleared. Sunnyside went ahead and kicked that ball after the whistle. It's still on the pitch. But let that clock run.
Yep, not a major problem. Wenatchee not feeling threatened at all by Sunnyside today. Although once again I have to give the MVP award of this game, or at least co-MVP, to the goalkeeper for Sunnyside. Splendid labor. Despite giving up the 2 goals, she has done some terrific work under the 3-2 Matt Wisen.
Yeah, I failed to keep a shot tally tonight, but she is definitely going to have to ice her hands after tonight.
67 minutes, 57 seconds into this one. 12 minutes away from the end of regulation here at the Apple Bowl, with Wenatchee leading Sunnyside 2-0. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball in my opinion, and it is. A substitution coming for Wenatchee. Boy, if Wenatchee uses these uniforms all season long, I am in so much trouble.
Time for some binoculars.
Or yeah, we need to hire Dan Coons as our spotter. He's not busy enough during these soccer broadcasts. We need to keep him busy, otherwise he gets into trouble himself.
It's very expensive.
Quick round down the flank.
Yeah, I don't know if we can afford them, especially after they're going to be catering our next event.
That's
right?
true. Forgot about that.
You keep talking about the windmill, and I'm starving now.
Man, oh man. Throwing for the Panthers. 69 minutes, 5 seconds. Rejected by the back line of Sunnyside. And to take care of this one will be number 15 for Wenatchee, Isabel Pelayo. Whistle on the plate. I'm waiting. Sometime during this season, I'm going to use the phrase diving like a snowman. I know I am. I'm waiting for the opportunity. It's completely meaningless in soccer, but I promised my son I would.
Diving like a snowman?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. What we were doing we were playing baseball in our backyard, and of course, monkey see, monkey do. He started doing the play-by-play because he's seen me do it enough times, and he comes up with wild, crazy stuff like any other 7-year-old would. And one of the phrases he came up with was diving like a snowman. There's the shot coming, right-footed. There it is, and it dances wide. Good effort by Wenatchee, deserving of better luck perhaps. And with 70 minutes, 15 seconds on the clock, the 2-0 score continues. So I told myself, that sounds really cool. I'm going to use it sometime this year. It makes no sense, but I'm going to use it.
All right. We'll try and give it some context when it happens.
The trouble is, in soccer, diving has such a negative connotation, unless you're talking like about diving header, that chances are it's not going to be a positive when I finally do get to use it. A quick push upfield. There's Springer, rejected by Sunnyside. Trying again is Isabel Pelayo, shaking one off, trying for 2. Quick move upfield, into the box it goes. Recovered by Sunnyside. Madison Smith.
Yeah, maybe when the keeper is under pressure and she's got ice in her veins, she's cold, and she makes a great diving save.
That works. Or perhaps later in the year, later in the season, when it is actually cold, or colder, I should say. There's a move into the box. We go, switching flanks quickly. Springer. The shot, not a major problem for the back line of Sunnyside. 71 minutes, 33 seconds. Into this one with Sunnyside and Wenatchee battling it out, with Wenatchee ahead 2-0. Folks, today's broadcast is also brought to you by our friends at Walkabout Grill, where eating out is eating healthy in downtown Wenatchee and downtown Leavenworth. A kick by Sunnyside, scooped by Santiago, recovered by the Panthers. Off to the races we go down the right flank. Ball stays inbound. Nice job keeping that ball in bounds, Miss Schneider.
Panthers throwing in.
Throw in for the Panthers. The Panthers looking for that third tally to put this game away once and for all. And the shot goes wide, not a major problem. And there will be a goal kick for Sunnyside. Global Car Care, a quality auto repair facility with highly trained technicians celebrating 25 years in the car care business. They speak your car's language at 1840 North Wenatchee Avenue in Wenatchee. Quick run down the left side. Good turn. Off to the races once again, leaves one behind. Now the ball kind of gets away from her. Shot across, doesn't quite happen. Let's see what the referee says.
It should be a corner.
It should be a corner in my opinion, and since they're all bunching up inside the box, so I'm going to say that's what the referees decided as well. 73 minutes, 19 seconds into this contest. Wenatchee ahead 2-0 over Sunnyside.
Eastmont game just went final 1-0 Eastmont over West Valley.
All right, good job Wildcats. There's a kick, far post.
Oof.
Dances past, it looks like number 15, Miss Pelayo. Ball goes out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Sunnyside. And there's the quick move, Pelayo. The quick nudge out of bounds. Therefore, he says Wenatchee ball.
Panthers throwing in.
Coldy, Pelayo, Miller, Coldy, a quick touch. She likes that Rabona. She's done it twice at least twice today, that Sunnyside player. Hooking your right foot or your left foot behind the other foot. Made popular by Claudio Borghi in the 80s and 90s. Argentinian superstar. 74 minutes, 27 seconds into this contest. (16) is the number of the jersey of the player about to enter this contest for Sunnyside. Is Ariana Alvarez, one of the starters. By my tally, Sunnyside has used 9 subs this game. Mercado, Alvarez, Genesis Rodriguez, Zúñiga, Granados, Licona, Mendez, Castillo, and Sanchez. A quick move at the D, getting that left foot ready, making some room. Now switching to the right, back to the left. Gets in a bit of a jam, and that one dances into the goal. Much to the despair of Ms. Duham, it's a 3-0 contest. Well overdue. And it's number 17, Schneider, with the third tally of the game. Matt Wisen.
Yeah, I didn't see who had the ball, who made that deep dribble penetration, but Sunnyside was all just staring at that ball. And it was a great ball back across. I thought it wasn't going to happen, but it came back across away from the keeper, and good job getting a foot on that.
3-0, and this should do it for Wenatchee. I don't see any earthly way in which Sunnyside can mount any sort of comeback after the quality of play they have exhibited in the first 76 minutes when it comes to attacking play.
Well, there might be one more sub they can find that's got superhero powers. You never know. Lots of subs. I don't know how deep that bench is, but they can keep going.
The opinions expressed in this broadcast belong. We'll just leave that one there. A quick run. Into the box we go. It's Vivian Ramos. Backing it up a little bit. Taken away nimbly by the back line of Wenatchee. Jareki. Taken back once again by Sunnyside. Albarran into the box, a bit too long, however, good intention. Hoping to connect with Ariana Alvarez. The ball, however, goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball, and it is. 77 minutes, 7 seconds into this contest, and Sunnyside preparing yet another substitution. This time it's number 2. Number 2, Mercado, getting ready to go back into this contest. There's the whistle. We're back in action here at the Apple Bowl. Final minutes of this contest between Sunnyside, the Grizzlies, and Wenatchee, the Panthers. There is Springer. A quick push upfield, rejected at midfield by number 23, Cameron Rodriguez. Trying again is Sunnyside, straight up the middle, leaving 1 behind, leaving 2 behind, trying for 3, cannot. Rejected by Madison Smith, who scored the second goal of the contest. A quick move to the left. And now down the flank we go. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be Wenatchee ball.
Panthers throwing.
We are playing injury time now.
Well, I think we're just in the final 2 of regulation, but we'll see if he adds any. Hopefully doesn't. I think this game's pretty well in hand.
There's Springer, right foot, and to the birds. Ball goes out of bounds. It should be a goal kick for Sunnyside. Once again, folks, don't forget, Thursday, September 13, Eisenhower. Ike visiting Eastmont for a girls soccer matchup with Matt Wisen and Eric Granstrom on the call. September 14th, Ellensburg football at Eastmont with Eric Granstrom and Grant Olson on the call. Then September 18th, Wenatchee and Eastmont and Wenatchee right here at the Apple Bowl with Matt Wisen and yours truly on the call. Then September 20th, Davis at Wenatchee Volleyball, Eric Granstrom and Leon Branham with the call. And then Tuesday, September 25th, Wenatchee at Eastmont Volleyball with Eric Granstrom and Leon Branham with the call on that one as well. So plenty of sports up ahead in this fall season of broadcast at NCWLIFE channel. Here's a quick turn, connecting that time with Alvarez, rejected by the back line of Sunnyside. Trying again, a good maneuver, into the box we go, and the stop by Ortega before number 13, Vivian Ramos, could catch up with that one.
Also want to remind folks we have a post-game interview coming up with Coach Springer.
Absolutely, you will not want to miss that. Coach Springer with some of his views on this contest that has just ended, with Wenatchee taking this one by a score of 3-0. When we come back, we have a quick recap, an interview with Coach Springer, and a whole lot more here on NCWLIFE channel. Don't go away. Welcome back to the Apple Bowl here in Wenatchee, where we just have witnessed the Wenatchee Panthers defeat the Sunnyside Grizzlies 3-0. Next to us is the head coach of the Wenatchee Panthers. And coach, from a purely fan point of view, I'm not an expert, nor do I pretend to be, but it seems like Wenatchee today didn't beat a team so much as the idea of a team. It's Sunnyside still trying to find itself. Lots of substitutions, lots of changes, not a whole lot on the offensive, on the attacking third. Still, a win is a win. There's plenty of reason to feel happy about the result, no?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think, you're right. They were definitely trying to feel things out. There are 2 new coaches for the girls that here for Sunnyside. I think we're doing the same. I think the girls are still trying to figure out their identity a little bit, and so yeah, that's kind of what the early season is, and hopefully, obviously we could use a little shooting practice. Thought we had great pressure, and when we combined passes, we built things up very nicely. But yeah, it's definitely one of those things where they're figuring themselves out. I think we have a good feeling of who we are, but again, we just kind of at times, the last couple games, we have moments where we kind of lose it, and then we kind of come back in, and we lose it and come back in. So it's just a matter of getting some consistency going.
Yeah, well, congratulations again.
Thanks.
So, yeah, the team looked fantastic at times, like you were saying. At times they looked a little disconnected, maybe a little lack of purpose or trying to figure that out. What are you going to work on this week? You got Davis, I believe, coming up right in a hurry now. Not a whole lot of time to regroup.
Yeah, Davis is going to be a real challenge this year. They really came on at the end of the year last year, and they were very young, lots of freshmen and sophomores. So I expect them to be a big challenge this year. And it's always tough down at Davis. The thick grass field, small field, you can't open up, use the space very easily. So it's going to be a real challenge. So we're going to be getting some grass practice in tomorrow, and to prepare for that out on Triangle, and then we'll get some shooting in and just kind of continue to work on some possession.
Now, Coach, one of the things that we saw is the way the back line and the midfield connected well throughout the match, or for most part of the match. Yeah. It never seemed to be a gap or any major difficulty for the back line to connect with those forwards, because there was such a good rapport, such a good feel between the back line and the midfield. Is that something that is it surprising for a team to have it this early in the season?
Well, I guess one would say yes, but I would say, it's just we've got such great leadership. We've got all these seniors that have been they've been 4-year starters, and so their communication, they're communicating extremely well to the younger girls. So yeah, I mean, I would expect some breakdowns here and there, but all in all, the younger ones are listening to the older ones, and the older ones really, their leadership and their experience just speaks volumes.
And what could you tell us about the performance under the three tubes? Matthews, I believe, first, and then Ortega at the end.
The
goalkeeper.
Yeah. So our goal is to figure out one over the season, but we've last year we rotated them every single game, one half and then the other, and so right now we're giving them both opportunities to play. And they're just kind of battling that out for a starting, or I've talked to them this year. I'd like to have one at some point, but both of them have done well. They both have positive attributes. Both of them have weaknesses, and it's always been hard, as you know from last year. It's always hard for us to figure it out. Just when we think we have it figured out, the other one shines in practice. It's like, oh man, so here we go again. So they're duking it out. We'll see what happens.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
There can definitely be worse problems to have. I have to compliment your team, especially your youth coming in. I thought everybody looked very solid. They all seemed to be finding their place. They're confident, and you've been around this team for quite a while, and I've got to say, I've known you for quite a while. You look more relaxed and a little less frenetic at this point in the season than I've seen you in a long time. So you got to be feeling really good going forward, and years to come. I know several of the younger players, the 02s and the 03s, are really solid going forward. So I think nothing but lots of W's racking up here in the next few years for you. So
we'd like to think that's the case. I mean, I think you're right. The future's bright. Again, you can see what the club is offering to these kids, and their touch is good. Their IQ is great. So yeah, hopefully we can just keep feeding them on through.
All right, and that will be that for us from the Apple Bowl. Our thanks once again to Coach Springer. Final result, Wenatchee 3, Sunnyside 0. For Matt Weisen, for Dan Coons, for Eric Granstrom, from everybody involved in this broadcast, I'm Sebastián Moraga saying thank you for being with us. We'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching High School Sports on the NCWLIFE channel. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Alignment Pros, Automoca, Color FX, Global Car Care, One Way Construction, and the Windmill Restaurant. NCWLIFE Channel's coverage is also brought to you by Charter College and the Walkabout Grill. This concludes today's coverage of high school sports on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel.